So that is, and I mean, you had sent me the thing the other day.
With Jamaica?
Yeah. I'd heard about it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do any further research on it or find out from anybody over there how it going to be implemented when, that kind of thing. But the Jamaican government seems to have made a decision that they are going to stop promoting them thing.
Yeah, and listen, my thing is because the first thing we will say is like censorship and whatever. Yes, it is. But I think sometimes when a country reaches a certain place or a certain stage, you have no choice. You understand what I'm saying?
No, and well, I mean, it's censorship, but it's not like if music plays on the radio without censorship already.
Yeah.
Right? So there are certain things that if it offends people, they'll say, take it off the radio.
No, the thing is, some people wouldn't know, right? But a few years ago in Jamaica, long time, they would have brought out the song, the raw version of the song, somebody would have edited it, right? And, sometimes they used to reverse the curse word now, which is still kind of, you say, hear, right?
Yeah.
You still knew what it was.
Yeah.
And the Jamaican government came down on them, the broadcast authority across there came down on them. And what they started to do is sing kind of two versions of the song.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Not actually sing over a whole different version, but that part they would sing over some other words.
Yeah.
That would kind of make sense sometimes because it didn't make sense, but they would sing over some other words because that's the standard that they wanted. No, don't just turn wrong anything that people will still know. So what plays on the radio, it must seem a certain way. And then they say, now, here we're going on. Because there's, apart from the curse words now, the message in the music. The message in the music is what we're dealing with now.
Yeah.
And I mean, listen, I don't know if it'll work. Because as people say, it's still a YouTube and everything there, right? Cool. It's still a Spotify and them things. I don't know if it'll work. But I will always applaud a government for making an effort.
Well, yeah, no, I wouldn't always say that. Sometimes you can make an effort to make things worse. So I don't. It's the same thing we will talk about the something must be done syndrome. It don't mean that anything must be done, right? Something with sense must be done. I'm not saying this will make sense, but I'm simply saying it's not just anything you try, I'll applaud, right? But what I would say is that I don't even know if the government is doing that in order to change immediately, because that's what people say. Do you think that will stop you telling them? I'm saying, no, it's not. I think the press release I read kind of clearly articulated what the purpose was. It was the government is saying, we know they have other media, sources of media that people could hear this music on, but the government is saying, we don't endorse this. Yeah. This is the government saying, all right, you sing what you want to do, bro, but we not going to endorse this. Right?
And don't get me wrong, they do it in other ways. So I was talking to Jamaican girl I know Friday or Saturday, and what she was saying, she said, you realize anything that the government have money behind, the government sponsoring in Jamaica, who did this hire to perform? She said they were hire like Ding Dong, who they sing more cheerful, happy music. You understand?
There are people who in Jamaica who feel Ding Dong is being he's a political. He's too political. Yeah, they see Ding Dong as not a Grongs artist, if you understand what I'm saying, right? And it's because of that. It's because they think he's played that game. You know what I mean? He's avoid the music because he can't compete in the what's that boy name again?
Skeng and Skilly Bang.
And them, and Skilly Bang and them lane. So he just stay in that zone so he could get corporate money. Right. Yeah, corporate is what is what they would really refer to him as. But yeah.
Yeah, and so even right now, apparently in Jamaica, a lot of Jamaicans having problems because the government of Jamaica now is starting to even introduce or trying to promote and push quietly soca music. So when it has soca events, they're giving it the support and let them do what they want in Jamaica.
And dance, they've always argued about that. You know, if you have a block for Passa is a problem, but there's lockdown Passa Kingston for Carnival and that's no scene, and they're playing soca in hotels and all that kind of thing. So it's been out, but imagine, and we now want to turn the soca into that. Yeah, so I'm saying, which we'll come to, I guess, in a second again, because we talked about it last week, but a little bit more. I've seen a little bit more coming out. I've seen more arguments about it on social media, so people going back and forth about it. I haven't seen anybody in favor of it yet. I've always seen people kind of voicing the opposition to it. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, they try to promote And well, what the Jamaicans will argue is that plenty soca is slackness. It's not, but I think they're trying to say, yeah, slackness is one thing, you know, bro. But first of all, when dancehall artists do slackness, they do slackness a lot worse than soca. And number two, they ain't singing about killing people, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's a happy vibe most of the time.
Yeah, we're trying to keep people in a happy mood. Now, as I say, is government censorship ever something that will is something to applaud? Probably not. But I do think that the government has the right to say, well, this is not music or this vibe is not something we endorse. So we're not banning you from singing it. We're not trying to take it off. We're not trying to interfere with it on your private platforms, right? But they feel like I think the actual wording was they feel like the mainstream media still plays a role in shaping the landscape, you know? So maybe it will push people in a particular direction. I don't know how much radio spins is pay artists in Jamaica, but I guess if you want radio spins now, you know, you have to sing something a little bit different.
But I think thinking about it, this is the first time I gave it some thought. You know, doing something like that here would probably work more and be more effective than over there to some extent, because a lot of artists here still really like that radio play, you know. It's not plenty of them who blow up without radio. But when they get a radio play, they feel like lords, you know. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's plenty of them boss with real views on YouTube and feel like kings in the zone. But when they get a radio play, they just feel like, yeah, but I reach. And the thing is with Jamaica, real plenty music that's boss in Jamaica in the dance. You understand what I'm saying? First, a lot of people hear music that's boss on radio first now, boy. You know,
online or not online.
Yeah, but no boss.
Yeah,
is really, you know, there's consider boss. You know, on radio here still now, boy. So I think if they were to implement something like that here, it might work. I mean,
I still would like us to look at more creative ways, because I think like the knee-jerk reaction you're gonna get when you try to censor is people doubling down. You know, like you start to find, well, the artists go start to say, oh, well, then fuck radio then. You know what I mean?
Becoming harder.
You understand what I'm saying? And we're gonna sing more jackassness now. I mean, it's hard to imagine how they could get worse, but you know, it's almost like, oh, you don't want me to sing this? Well, no. It's like, you know, I'm gonna show the government I could sing wherever I want.
Well, now what they'll do, instead of saying 0.75, they'll say 7.5 now. They'll put a number before the point.
Yeah. The bullets go get bigger. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know what it'll do, but I would prefer if we had a more organic way to address the situation, and that's why I want to see how this soca thing will play off for Carnival 2023, because I want to see if we have anything as a society. Because this is my feeling. My feeling is that will die down. They will try them artists and then go sing the shit. They got one or two songs that people want to push, and then Carnival go reach, and as we get closer to Carnival, them go fall off. And what we know as soca will take the lead.
Well, I also think a reason for that is because you can't complain no soca with no bad word and no fete. Police will clout you. Alright, they probably wouldn't clout you, but it will be a scene. You can't complain on the road. You understand?
Yeah.
So even though you make your music or whatever, the case and you get hype and then realize, wait, boy, it could only reach that far.
Right. Or radio edits. Yeah. Radio edits could, I mean.
But they'll kill it back. It's always the point. So you're going to go out your way to do explicit soca, as they're calling it. Yeah. But then have the radio edit it back down for it to be played everywhere.
No, it's not just, because it's not just, I don't feel it's just the words, is the sentiment, bro. They want to get real vulgar. And I think that is what. Now, I mean, to some extent, we're talking about soca, and soca has already gotten, there have been songs that have been, you know, beyond the pale in terms of the vulgarity and sexual nature of the song, right? So that, let's not pretend that hasn't been the case before. But generally, you would find that the more popular music tends to go away from that, right? Thankfully, without anybody forcing it, kind of the good soca does rise to the top. I can't remember. I can't think of any song like maybe Kicking She Back Door or something like that has been the top tune,
right?
Or one of the top tunes in any carnival season. So it means that people, because that's how art goes, right? I see you do it and succeed. I'm gonna just repeat that formula every year. So thankfully we haven't started that. Well, you sing Dig Out Chinani and I come and sing Dig Out Chinani next year, and then we just get more explicit with how we dig out Chinani year after year after year. Thankfully that hasn't happened so far. But I want to see how this thing will play off, because I want it. I don't want anybody to put their finger on the scale. And because once somebody put a finger on the scale and people say, oh, they're fighting it, then that gives it legs. But if people just say, hey, all this stay in all the lane, sing all this zest, and stay there. You know what I mean? Or if you're coming, you can come in the soca vibes too, but sing soca.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And keep that dog shit over there. I want to see that happen. And hopefully it does. Now, if it doesn't, then I know this country there's no hope. And I start pack my bags and go Zimbabwe or something. But
Ghana.
Well, yeah. Why Ghana?
Because remember the president of Ghana say he accepted me, dog. It's not anywhere online, but once you reach, you can say, damn man, say about it.
I think you have a better chance again staying in Zimbabwe. I tell you, I know real people who catching their ass to reside legally in Ghana right now. And the black like, well, I say the black like me and you, but you only half black, so.
Hey, sir, I full black, eh? If I show up in Arizona or Texas or anywhere, even if I show up in England, I black.
Hey, grow out your beard and go on the plane and they'll watch you like it's Al-Qaeda. So don't tell me that. Don't tell me that at all. Grow out your beard and wrap your head and they'll watch you like it's Al-Qaeda.